It's a beautiful morning out here at the Chesapeake Bay Bridge, getting ready to go launch my kayak and go sheepshead fishing. Hopefully get on some sheepshead. I'm gonna show you how to do it with no depth finder. Gonna go out here and work all the pylons pretty much the same. I'm gonna pull up behind the eddy of the pylon, drop down 15 foot deep, and that's my starting point. And from there, I'm gonna keep on going down 5 foot at a time until I find the fish. So for rod and reel, I got a Travala PX. It is a medium light, and I got that on a 4000 Stratix. And it's 30-pound test mono, 30-pound test braid. So the choice of bait today is gonna be fiddler crab. In the summertime, when it gets really warm, I like to pretty much just use fiddler crab for them. It has that hard shell. If you put a little piece of blue crab on there, you drop it down, you kind of get pecked to death by a lot of smaller fish. So today's gonna be fiddler crab. I'm only gonna be using jigs. It's gonna be get wet lures. I'm gonna start out at 1.5 ounces, and I might work my way down from there depending on the current when we get on out here. So hopefully we get on a nice class of sheepshead today. Beautiful day on the water, let's have some fun. All right, here we go. Ease on up to the pylon. Got 1.5 ounce get wet lure on here. Fiddler crab, gonna drop it down, start at 15 foot, hold it there, work my way down a little bit further after that, 5 foot at a time. All right, let's see if we can go back here and get us a bigger one. Ate it on the way down. Just went slack on the way down. Ugh. Ugh. Woo! All right, so out here using 1.5 ounce get wet lure. These fish are about 15 to 20 feet deep in the water column, and then this fish happened to hit it on the way down. So my line just went slack. I flipped the bail over, came tight, and then there he was. All right, bumping up to these pylons, trying to catch all the fish on the eddy side. That's where they all be stacked up at, hanging out of the current. My favorite one to fish is usually the last pylon. When the tide's running, you always want moving tide for these fish. You get slack tide, and they won't stack up behind these pylons, and they don't feed as well. A little bit nicer one here. There we go, there's a nicer fish. All right, what do we got here? Nice pretty sheepshead. Look at that there. Get wet lure right there in the mouth. Look at them teeth. 1.5 ounces. I try not to go too heavy, light as possible, so to get that whole thing in their mouth like that. You want it to be as natural as possible. That actually, when you're using a size weight like this, you can drop it down and that crab will actually grab that pylon, sit on that pylon like it's natural. This guy here, he's got a gut he's been eating. There's about 4 or 5 swimming with them. Tog. Huh. Tog, 25 deep down. There's like 4 of them swimming with them. Nice tog. So this fish right here, I hooked him, and believe it or not, everybody thinks togs always lay on the bottom. He was 25 feet up and halfway up the water column. I was fighting him and pulling him up, and believe it or not, 3 more were swimming up with him. So they were right there beside him. I went to net them, and they were right there beside him. Pretty fish. They get wet lure right in the corner of the mouth. Look at that, pretty tall. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and let these fish go today. Quick release on that one. All right, so let's ease on up here. Get in the eddy. Drop that 1.5 ounce lure behind. You gotta get right in that eddy, and if you don't, you will drift way out of it. Woo! There we go, that's a nice one there. Look at that there. He won't go in nowhere. Beautiful fish. Try to let these bigger fish go, these breeders. That jig right there in his mouth, he was actually almost double hooked. Came around, looped around again and got him. Beautiful fish. Get out here on old Chesapeake Bay, and there's plenty of them out here for you. I'm letting them go for y'all to come catch them. Ooh, oh, nice sheeps. There we go, another one. And he actually gave me the swim away bite. That line just started moving off that pylon. I slowly pulled on him just to feel a little bit of weight. I knew he was there, so I came tight, and there he was, pretty fish. He got caught on an 1.5 ounce get wet lure, 30-pound test. Braid, 30-pound test fluorocarbon. If you wanted to really have fun, you can bump it down to 20 and 20 if you wanted, but I like 30 and 30 from my line just to be safe with these fish, make sure I'm not breaking them off. As far as my rod goes, it's a medium light jigging rod. Feel that bite, but you got good backbone still. And as far as my reel goes, it's just a Stratix. Just beautiful fish. Is. There we go. This is definitely one of my favorite fish to catch in the bay, that is for sure. They're not the easiest, but they are one of the funnest. Got a great fight, great pull. Love them, beautiful fish. They're actually one of the first fish we get coming in here when the fish start migrating, believe it or not. A lot of guys drum fishing on the shoals, trying to catch black drum with clams. Catch the big ones coming in sometimes 12, 13 pounds, you know, on just a circle hook, lucky with a piece of clam. So beautiful fish, love these fish, and great bite all of the summer. When we get our first couple northeasters at the beginning of September, end of August, these fish really turn on even more. It was a beautiful day out in the water at the Bay Bridge today. Got on some nice sheepshead and even got on a few tog as well. And just life everywhere out there. I saw spadefish swimming on pylons and also saw triggerfish as well. So just a beautiful day on the bay. If y'all want to come out to the Bay Bridge and get on some sheepshead, come on into Ocean's East Bait and Tackle. That's the only place that Get Wet jigs are located. Come on in, get some jigs and some fiddler crabs. I'll hook you up, show you how to fish for them. If you want more from Ocean's East, you can go ahead and subscribe to our channel.